Good appropriate time of the day to you, friends and enemies. I am Richard, and this is LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. And today we are going to be kicking off Broken Sword 2. We'll be starting on dealing with Tizketlipoke, the god of the smoking mirrors, he said, mispronouncing it horribly. But before we do that, there is just a couple of things I want to show off on the original Broken Sword. One of the Easter eggs, for example. So, if we can do that. Are you popping up? Are you not popping up? Come on. Well, let me click continue. No, let me click load. Let me restart that. For Easter eggs. There we go. We're all working properly now. Alright, so what we've got. This one I did not know about. I did know about the one which comes in Broken Sword 2, but apparently you're meant to use the exciting tool on there, and then on the lady.
Oh, hi.
Born with and
Don't care about that.
is it so
No.
Oh, it's that
formidable?
man again. Thank you very
See you
much.
later.
That's it.
That's right, monsieur. Email.
Alright, and then what are the windows? Ah, this one. It's what we should be looking at here is the Easter egg. Oh, this is from Beneath a Steel Sky.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been
This
married
is the
forever.
joke
50 years,
from
and they win the lottery.
the end of the
and they
thing.
think, what are we going to do? They give some money away, but they're going to have themselves a holiday to Paris. So they fly off to Paris, first class. They stay in a beautiful hotel, and one day they go up the Eiffel Tower, and they get all the way to the top. And as they're up there, it's just them and these two hippies. Two hippies, long hair, beard, long robes. And as they're sort of seeing them, looking at them, suddenly one of the hippies gets up on top of the guardrail and jumps. Just before he hits the ground, picks up his arms, and all the way back up again. Now, the old, they've never seen anything like this before in their lives. They can't believe what they've just seen. This hippie just jumped off just before he hit the ground, flaps his arms, and up he comes over. They can't believe it. They walk over to him, and they say, excuse me, sir, I mean, oh, good God. Oh, it's really easy, man. It's really easy. You just sort of, you jump, you empty your mind, and just before you hit the pavement, you go with your arms, and up you come. Here, I'll show you how to do it again. Just before he hits the pavement. Up again. They can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Come on, yeah, you can try it, man. Yeah, you come on up. Come on, you'll be fine. You can do it. So the old fella, the old lady, they get up there, and just there, they say, okay. So when we jump, we go all the way down. Just before we flap our arms, you'll come straight back up again, man. It's really easy. Go ahead, give it a try. The old Irish couple on the way down, they're emptying their arms. Just before they hit the pavement, they start flapping their arms. Nothing. Bang. Flop. Irish stew on the pavement. It's all over. And the two hippies are up there. And the other hippie, who hasn't said a word through all this, said, you know, Gabriel, for an archangel, you can be a real son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Alright, okay. I mean, I've heard that joke as Superman before, but yeah. I've no idea why the Irish couple had to win the lottery to do this, but hey, there we go. And I discovered that, look, all these ticks are now ticked where they weren't before, so I guess completing it. So here we are. I fell in love with geography on my 12th birthday. Papa had bought me a camera. We were on vacation. Just the two of us. It was my last summer as a child. Papa told me how proud he was of me, how beautiful I looked. And then summer was over. Papa had to leave. We had no idea what was about to happen. No fear for the future. No warning. And tell me it explodes. Ah! Fire! Really? At the age of 12? Wow, you are remarkably well adjusted for seeing your only living parent, or sorry, the only parent you have ever known to help you die. Wow. And suddenly, I was alone. And now, as every summer ends, the nightmare returns. Each time I must wash away my sadness, or the sadness, let it dissolve and fade. Bring, bring. What a weird phone with 2 5s. What the hell's going on there? The sun always helps. Bring. And so does my work. Never a dull moment for a photojournalist. Bring. Yeah, I just did that one, sorry. No, 5. Nickel Collard. Collard, get your ass over to the Palace Royal now. You got an interview with Pierre Cauchon. Yes, the Pierre Cauchon. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big. So if he makes a pass, don't forget, just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes. Yes, boss. I mean, I think this is the exact dialogue from the beginning. This was an assignment that could make my career. Cauchon was a media king, a national hero. The sun felt better than ever. Even if it did mean that the streets of Paris were full of tourists. Excusez-moi. Oh. Who are you? Later, across town. Oh, look. There's Stobart. There's Sergeant Moo. That's Robert Foster, I think his name was, from Beneath a Steel Sky. I mean, it's definitely the character from Beneath a Steel Sky. €10? Really? Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Say, officer, where can a guy get a cup of coffee around here? Coffee, monsieur? The Café de la Chantal Verte is charming. It is through there. Charming indeed. Café au lait, s'il vous plaît. You know, this really is a great city. Continued in Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. Well, there we go. Those are all the exciting things that we saw before it. Alright. Well, 1 second while I stop you and put up Broken Sword 2. He said, not understanding how this worked properly. Well, you've got the music. Give me a second. Why, you're not picking up that one. Do you not like Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror remastered? That would be horrible. No, there it is. It's just, wow. Alright. No, you really don't like that. Alright. There we go. After amazing technical skills, I have got you there. Alright. Off we go with a new broken sword. It's the Aztecs, isn't it? Not the Mayans.
This must be the place. Professor Ubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist.
Oh dear.
Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this.
Oh, a convenient turning around. Oh, fire as well! Ah! Turn around on your chair and squish it. Oh, here I am. Alright.
There were only 3 things I didn't like about spiders. The way they looked, the way they moved, and the fact that they lived on the same planet as me. This spider was big, mean, and hairy, and definitely not a native of Europe.
Perhaps he's just coming over to ask you about how to cope with things, given that you're a obviously non-European as well. Alright, kick it! No. Oh, what's that? Ah, so this is the notebook of... This is much better spaced out than the last one. That's great. So 6 months later, here I am back in Paris. Got a meeting lined up with Nico. She wants me to meet some archaeologists with her, a guy named Professor Ubier. I don't know what it's about. Something to do with the carvings on a Mayan stone. Truth is, it'll be great to see Nico again, whatever the reason. Alright, and that's got to be the game. Alright, okay. Oh, look at that. You can go to Facebook. Okay.
I couldn't reach while tied to the chair.
Oh, there.
I thought that I ought to free myself before examining the furniture.
No.
It looked like Nico's handbag, but I couldn't reach it from here.
You sure?
I decided to work out how to untie myself before exploring further.
No, don't do that. And that's got to be the hint, which we don't care about. Oh, look, a bookcase.
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
Oh, well. Let's just sit here for a moment and see if we can actually die to this spider. Because I believe you could in the original. Yep. Oh, what are we going to pick up as our tool, our manhole opening tool that we're going to have to go around showing everybody? And what am I going to do without a photograph to show? Right. Yeah, that spider's just prepared to stay there. Ah, I love the sound of a roaring fire. Oh, you're not doing anything. Let me try and stamp on you again. Nope. Let me try and stamp on you again. Nope. Let me try stamping on you one last time. No. Alright. It looks like I'm not going to die. So, let's look at this block of wood.
The block of wood had been used to replace the original foot of the bookcase.
Are you ready, Spider? Time for you to do some learning.
Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape.
Oh, what about this?
The bookcase had been anchored to the wall by a protruding metal bracket. It had sheared off as the bookcase had fallen, leaving a jagged edge.
You know what you can do with jagged edges.
I wasn't touching that spider goo.
But you might need the spider goo.
Yellow pus was seeping from below the bookcase. That spider was very squashed. I thought that I ought to free myself before examining the furniture.
No!
I thought that I ought to...
No, alright, okay, cut yourself free. Make sure you don't accidentally cut your wrists. Yes! Freedom for George Stewart.
Our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Ah, haha.
It was the chair I'd been tied to.
What's
I
it?
had no time to sit around.
Yes, you do.
I had no further use for the bracket.
Maybe you do.
The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
Alright, time to pick it up.
Shredded and no possible use to me. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
Alright, well, then let's have a look at this.
Even if I had the time, I wouldn't be able to get to the books beneath the heavy case.
You could lift it up. Alright, let's go and look at this fire and see what we got going on over here. Oh no, it's the barred windows you can't get out
The
of.
bars attached to the window would prevent anyone getting in. They also stopped me from getting out. I wasn't
Shake
going
'em.
to get through those sturdy bars.
Oh, that is a shame, George. It's a fire!
The fire had taken hold and ignited part of the polished wooden floorboards. I racked my brains to think of a way to improvise a fire extinguisher. If only I'd stopped for a coffee at the airport. It was the box that spider had crawled from. I wasn't
spider
gonna touch
box.
the box after that spider had been inside it.
In case it left eggs, I guess.
In the cabinet's wooden door was a very small keyhole.
Kick it open with your American feet.
The cabinet was locked.
Ooh,
It was
a
a soda
siphon.
fountain, perfect for mixing with drinks or squirting at clowns.
See, and this is why I said less clowns.
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
Well, still, that would be very useful for putting out a fire, wouldn't it? Come on over here. Let's have a look at these
It was
things.
a needle-sharp dart with a flight of green and yellow feathers.
Woo!
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Alright, so how do I look in my inventory? Aha! Down here, you say? Alright, and there it
It was
is.
the poisoned dart which had stunned Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively.
Been away for 6 months, man.
It was Nico's bag.
Alright, well what's in Nico's bag? Is there perhaps exciting
There's a
things?
stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
Ugh.
Well, they could be useful.
No, don't leave Nico's bag. If you meet up with Nico later, she's gonna say, "Where's my bag?"
It was Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
Damn those clowns.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Labanau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Labanau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
You'd be surprised.
It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Let's try
I'd
just
better
doing that.
think this through.
Alright, okay, but that is how you do combinations.
Not such a good idea.
Awesome. Because it has been a while since I've played this game. You know? So my friend. What have we got here? What is that picture?
Ubier and his wife, I guess. Nice couple.
Yeah.
The photograph wasn't any use to me.
You sure? Alright.
The bureau had a sliding lid.
Slide it then, man.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila.
Oh.
It was a half bottle of extra strong Mexican tequila. Just what I needed under the circumstances.
Yep.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal.
I don't know, it seemed reasonably normal compared to you.
Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm. I'd drunk enough of that.
Oh well.
It was a closed drawer. In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Alright, what was that? Small pot.
The pot contained a key.
Oh! No, I'd forgotten that. Alright. Well, tell me more about that.
The pot had black decorative markings shaped like hands. Weird mutant hands, that is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay.
It looked like a house key.
Oh, okay. And
what looked like a little shriveled wiener lay on the carpet. Thankfully,
really?
it was only the worm from the tequila bottle.
Are you sure? Are you sure it isn't? That isn't what was at the bottom of the
Well,
tequila bottle?
I wasn't going to eat it, but life had taught me one thing. No matter how unlikely it seems, the strangest objects have their uses.
Yeah.
Even tequila worms.
Probably needed to go fishing.
That itsy bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
Alright. Okay, let's see if the house key works on here. I doubt it, because it's a tiny thing, isn't it?
Was locked.
Oh no, I remember what needs to be used on here. But we're going to try the house key anyway. Just to see what they
was
say.
Way too large to fit into that tiny keyhole.
Yeah, it was. But what isn't too big is a dart. No, don't go over there to wherever, whatever is there. Wander back again, near the fire. Ah!
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
What was it?
Inside the cabinet was a small metal object, round at one end with a valve at the other. The cabinet was already open.
What's that
It was
then?
a small metal cylinder.
What kind of cylinder?
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Oh. What have you got that you could pick it up with? Oh. Yep.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
You know, there's a joke there about hot cylinders and panties, but I'm not going to make it. You can make it yourself.
It was a pair of...
Alright, they're not going to say they're burned or anything. And what kind of cylinder is
It was a
this?
small metal cylinder with a valve at one end.
Well, it's a SodaStream gas cylinder, so let's replace it.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened.
Yes, squirt yourself
Now
in the
I had
face.
one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
What are you going to use it on? I know, let's use it on the bars. No? Ah, okay, don't use it on the bars to melt your way to freedom. Alright, fire. You're about to be put out.
With a well-aimed squirt of a soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico.
There is
The
a door.
blocked my only means of escape.
Out the door then.
I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Oh, not using the house key. Alright. But go, George. Alright, what's over here?
It was a folded clipping taken from a newspaper.
I'm sure it will be utterly important to our investigations.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Ah, well, there we go then. And here's a telephone.
It was Ubier's telephone.
Alright.
Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico.
Exactly. Let's call Lebanon.
Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
No.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure.
Right?
Andre? You'd better show, you creep.
You couldn't just say,
I felt
Nico's
an
been
irrational
kidnapped.
urge to wipe my ear.
It's not irrational. Alright,
The
let's have a look at this door.
was part of Ubier's mansion.
Now, let's go for a wander. Oh, this is where we need
It
the
was
house
locked.
key. Well, how fortunate I've got a key that can open things.
The house key didn't fit this lock.
Oh, that is a shame. Can we not go out this door?
The front door was made of hard wood, supported by a sturdy frame. The door was locked. I didn't fancy my chances of kicking this door down.
Try it anyway, man. Maybe you don't need to go into there. I can't remember. I remember most of the plot of this,
I unlocked
but
the
obviously
door.
not all of the specifics. But
I
yeah,
wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again,
yes you
but
were.
he was my only link with Nico.
What about the people who sent her on this thing? Hey, it's our policeman.
There was no sign of Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
Oh, it's the manhole. So many memories. Sewer Jacques.
The man at the next table looked somehow familiar.
Yeah.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
Are you
I
sure?
had no desire to go down.
I have every desire to do
I
so.
had no place to go except back to Ubier's house. Besides, I didn't want to miss Labano. So I decided to sit tight and wait.
You know where he works, though, right? Oh, look.
The
It's a
waiter's
person.
stained and crumpled clothes looked as if they'd been slept in. I decided not to bother with a meal.
Oh wow, they got the animation of actually removing things down better as well. Are you pouring salt? No, you've got something. What's that?
It was a small silver flask from which the man was topping up his glass. It was a small...
Oh, I was trying to actually look at the glass, but let's look at that
I
guy.
snuck another look at the guy at the other table, but I still couldn't place his face.
Yes, you could.
Pardon me, but don't
I
know
guess it's been 6 months. Maybe you don't.
Huh?
you were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure.
You've got a
What brings
different
you
voice
back
as
to
well.
Paris?
Girl.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
Alright, 1 second. Because the audio balance here is a bit weird. No? Alright, well we're going to turn the music down slightly. And the voice up a tiny bit. But I'm only getting audio out of one ear. Or it's alternating, I should say. George is coming out of one and the other guy is coming out of the other. My headphones. I guess there's nothing I can do about that. And screen resolution is just, yeah. We're on full screen. Alright, back we go. Talking to you again, gendarmerie. Gendarme. Hey, tell me about the wine you're drinking first of all, yeah.
What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
You're hilarious. Tell me about you
Why
then.
did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
Yes, scapegoat, yes. Do you want to tell me anything about Sewer Jacques? No? Alright, tell me
Have
about
you
the...
ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
What is Mayan,
You
not
cannot
Aztec?
might
I am
hold of
wrong.
experience, monsieur.
What's
If he'd been a serial killer
Mayans
or
and
a
Aztec?
sodomite,
I don't know.
I might have been able to help.
Why have you stopped talking to me? I want to show you this.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
They make the sun go away. Because the moon is in front of them.
Tell me what you make of this note.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
No, he's got a Narcissus complex, not an Oedipus complex. He loves himself, not his mother.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
Wow, there we go. I don't want an inflatable life for us. Life for us. Can I do that?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
I didn't want to give it to him. But hey, worm, wormy worm.
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Alright. Okay, let's talk to the waiter then. Hey, waiter.
Oh, garçon.
He's
He
ignoring
ignored
me.
me. I'm sure it was deliberate. I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
Yes, you could. It's being poured.
The man
Steal
was
it
still
now.
looking.
I'll wait until you start drinking then. And then I'll steal it. I don't know why, but I'll steal it. Take a drink.
The man was still looking.
Ah, alright.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
I wanted to ask him about that.
The man was still...
Oh. Guess I could poke you with this. No?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
I wanted to poke him with it. Is it's knockout poison? Hey, garçon.
Hey, you.
Quoi?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
The man was still looking.
Well, stop looking. Oh,
I
wait.
had nothing else.
Here's my cup of coffee. Ooh.
Un café.
Thanks.
Yeah, tell me about the old man.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
And what does he do?
Do you know a guy called Andre Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Oh, it's fortunate that you know him. Hey, how about a professor?
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui, he married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
Oh, well, tell me about this
If Oubier's
professor.
wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood.
Exactly.
Her name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
Oh.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and they wrote a tight alibi.
If he had an alibi, then he didn't do it.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Alright, tell me about this exciting...
Look at this. A poison dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like
Yes.
a real close relationship you have going.
Alright, what about the
What
flask?
does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe?
Oh.
I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
That's all.
Thank you.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Ah! And here is Labino.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
Oh, it isn't. Is it?
I wouldn't normally call you. But Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her. And he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Come on.
Nico needs to speak to Oubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
Why would you...
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Exactly. Okay, that's better, because now you can see...
Precisely.
No, don't cover his face with the animations of the face. That
Oh,
is...
very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Not if you give me the stone. So yeah, let's talk about the stone immediately.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Oh, okay.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
Oh. Do you want a tequila worm?
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
Oh,
You're
ow!
amusing, don't you?
I've got this
What
pot.
can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank, the Gliese Gallery.
Ah, okay. Looks like we got a new place to go. Tell me about
Why didn't
Ubier.
Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's
Why?
typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself.
I don't understand. Why would you break every bone in his body? Because he told them to go to a place? I mean, it might be... He didn't know this was going to happen. You might blame him, but
Tell me about your friend Ubier.
outright violence
He's
all
more
over
of
it?
a professional
Nah.
acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, tell me about the
Does
South
Ubier
American
employ
batter.
a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Meanwhile, several hundred kilometers away.
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Kazak. Why are you so interested in that
Kazak.
stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help.
Oh.
So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle.
Ah.
We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
You need anything else?
No, thank
There's
you.
nothing I wanted to say to him.
Yes, there was. I was going to say, let's have the bill.
The man was still looking.
Oh, I was trying to drink my own coffee then. But hey.
The man was still looking.
Alright. Well,
Now I had another lead.
Exactly.
I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Gliese Gallery.
well, I don't know why I would want to go to Ubier's house. Let's go there anyway, and just have a look and see if there's anything exciting there. We can't open that door. I suppose maybe we could. If we forced it before, so let's try it again. I guess the lock's not gonna. It's not gonna work on this lock, though, is it?
The tiny point was only of use for picking small locks.
As expected. Alright, can we go upstairs? Yeah. You can't make it quick travel by double clicking on it here in this version. That is a shame. There's the box.
I'd already ransacked Nico's handbag.
Yeah, I
and
wanted you
besides
to
which,
take it.
The color didn't suit me.
So take it, put it in your hotel,
The
take it to our
photograph
place.
wasn't any use to me.
No? Let's have a look at.
Ubier and his wife, I guess.
Well, there we go. Alright, let's go to the gallery and see what's going on.
I had a choice of destinations.
Yes, we're going to go to the gallery.
The Gliese Gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
Oh, and you put the absence in there so he falls over. Yes. Alright. Let's have a look at the things. No, none of these things. That's art.
The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money. The wasteland.
That's just like your
The
opinion.
girls were in a world of their own. Hi, girls.
we meet you later on as well.
What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Okay, fine.
Alright, let's have a look at these Mayan pots.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. As far as I could tell, the pots were almost identical to the one I'd found in Ubier's house.
Well, then you have a
At that
5,000
price,
franc
I
pot.
wasn't going anywhere near those pots.
Alright, what's that picture?
Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. Rectangle.
Alright, same thing. And you?
Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work.
And who are
He
you?
was a pear-shaped guy with a fine display of multiple chins.
Ah,
It was a machine for reading credit cards.
why would you need to know that? Alright, and you?
He looked like an older version of Labano. The same supercilious expression, the same disdain in his eyes, and the same damned ponytail.
Alright, let's talk to Man, first of all, before we talk to
Are you
Labano.
Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
Yeah, pretty amazing. So who are you?
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
No.
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
Ow.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Oh, well, look at
Would
this
you give
pot.
me your opinion on this pot, sir?
I assume you're some sort of art critic or art specialist.
Yes. Very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
Ah. What?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You just broke my
You
pot.
smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I want it back.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
What's the difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Those
Yours
aren't
is
s-
broken.
Yeah,
Why,
those
you
aren't smash.
Smug, pompous sloth.
Sticks and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
Indeed. Can we pick up
A
the...
valuable relic of an ancient civilization lay smashed on the floor.
So
The
let's
pot had
pick up...
smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Really? Oh, okay. Let's talk to Labano Senior then.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These
I was
days,
gonna
one
say.
prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And
Not
how
now.
precisely may one assist you, sir?
Jeez. I mean, I would like to think of myself as European, but, you know, we had Brexit, and damn. If the country didn't go to shit. Alright, tell me about the pots.
I have some questions I'd like to ask about those pots.
The Mexican collection? Certainly, sir.
Where did you get them from?
Mexico, of course. I think, sir, we'll find the price extremely reasonable.
Hey, I'm not interested in buying them.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, you'll excuse me.
No, I want to talk to you some more. What about the urine you're
There's a
drinking?
gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Alright, what about this?
I found
Newspaper
this
article.
news story referring to a total eclipse of the
I
sun.
think that's what we're
Right,
going to be
sir.
going with.
Well, fascinating.
How about this
Have you
newspaper
heard of
article?
Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
Ooh. How about this Mayan
I suppose
artifact?
you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
How about
Do you get many
this
Central American Indians in here?
newspaper
No,
article?
sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Alright, well, tell me more about Ubier.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
That's not a commercial secret. Saying which dock you use is not. Alright, okay.
Do you believe the story that
Where?
Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Here we go with the celebrity bashing.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it.
I guess I could poke you with this. That would make you drowsy.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
Huh. Don't know what I would use the credit card machine for. I mean... Yeah, okay, let's have a look at the...
It was a sturdy packing case.
Alright, read it. No? Oh, right.
Excuse me, sir. That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
Alright. Well then. Let's not poke people with dangerous things. Let's get some absinthe. To the cafe! My coffee is still sitting there.
The man was still...
Yeah, I know. Is he looking when the wine is being poured?
The man was still... The man...
Yes. It's when you're drinking though,
the
right?
man was still... The man... The man was...
He was drink...
The man...
How do I... Do you want some exciting panties?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Oh, hello.
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh. No, you're
I
not
wore that
looking.
uniform. I commanded the respect. Not anymore.
Ah, it was as simple as talking to
I
you,
grabbed
was
the
it?
flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
Well, let's talk to you again.
Excuse me.
What?
I want to ask you about all these things.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
Oh, so then you would go put your head in your hands as well. Alright. What if I was to tell you? No!
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about... What's his face? Or what's her
I could either
face,
go back to
in this
Ubier's
case.
house, or visit the
Carol
police.
Climax? Well, to the gallery. Because now we have... stuff to put in your... drink.
It was the flask of absinthe I'd borrowed from the gendarme.
Yeah. Borrowed. Hey. Shh. Don't tell anyone, but this is
I didn't think
good.
you'd be interested.
Yes, you did.
The glass was half full of wine.
No, not talking. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, well, we're
I'd had
talking now.
enough of ta- The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him.
Oh, you don't need a wrench. You just need...
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Oh, come on. It'll taste different as well.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
What if I move out of the way? Are you not going to do your rock backwards and forwards thing and topple over? What if I talk to you again? And give you some more absinthe?
I'd had enough of...
Alright. In which case, I will put some more... Come on, stop doing that. There we go. A little bit more.
Allow me.
Ah, there we go. Sacre bleu. Or, I guess he's English, so... Oh my lord. Or... No, not the Queen.
It was a sturdy packing case.
Alright, well, let's just get the details from it, yeah?
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
What did the label say?
It was a label bearing...
Condor Transglobal.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
Alright, well, you got something.
I had no
I was going to say, I don't think you do have a use for it.
It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
Alright, well. Let's look at the man.
For the count.
Let's try talking to him.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard. Glees wasn't happy, I could tell.
Hey, I poisoned your friend with absinthe. He's the reason that all of this is
those
smashed.
pots very valuable? The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me.
Alright, so I've got Condor Transglobal. Let's go to the home. And then from the home, let's make a phone call.
No one else I wanted to call.
Oh, I wanted you to call Labano and ask about Transglobal. Alright, we can't go in here, can we? Because it's still locked.
It was locked.
Yeah.
I had a choice of...
Let's go back to the cafe and talk to the gendarme. See if he recognizes places. If he's not too depressed. We never pay for our coffee. Never mind.
Excuse me.
What?
Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
Really?
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
First I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
Maybe she did.
Didn't you try to appeal against her dismissal?
There was no point. It was my word against that of the chief inspector. And he was a close friend of the director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
It wasn't a tripod that got stolen, was it?
You need anything?
There was nothing I wanted to say.
I wanted to ask you about Condor Travel. How about you?
Excuse me.
What?
Which museum was it you were supposed to be patrolling?
The Kroon. It wasn't as if anything important was stolen. Just a rusty old tripod.
It was.
Tripod
I was right.
returned a few weeks later.
You didn't. But hey.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Oh, but I wanted to ask you about Nico.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Oh well.
I could either go back to...
I guess I'm going back to the gallery? And then I compare the label? What do we got? That's a credit card machine. This is a box. Can't do anything with the box anymore.
The packing case contained nothing but styrofoam chips.
Mmm, sounds tasty. Huh. What kind of credit card machine is it? Is it a swipey one or one of those old style chunk chunk?
No.
Alright, let's ask you about Condor Travel then.
Go away.
No! What if I ask you about Condor Travel?
Go away.
Alright, okay.
The pot had smashed. It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
Yes.
It was the letter to Nick. Sickening.
Yeah, that doesn't help. What if I use Absinthe on you?
Away.
No? Then I am not certain what I'm meant to do. I cannot
I
remember.
wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Let's see if you guys know anything about Condor. I'm guessing not.
If I wanted to be laughed at, there was always Nico.
No, there wasn't. This is why you're doing these things. Let's go back to the house and see if we see anything. Oh. I suppose the box has got Condor Transglobal on it as well, has it?
I wasn't going to touch the...
Yes, you are. Use the box on that. No?
It was the box that spider had crawled from. The cabinet contained...
What is the bus? Oh, right, it's the... Let's pick up the fountain then, just for the hell of it. Does it work? Are you going to squirt yourself with water? No. Alright. We looked in the drawer, right?
There was nothing else in the drawer. I'd drunk...
I can close that. Anything on the outside of it?
Contained Professor Ubier's tequila. The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside. The projecting bracket had served its purpose. There was nothing else I could do with it.
Oh, can I don't suppose I can call information to find out about Condor Transglobal, can I? Oh?
There was no one else
Yes, there was. And you are locked. Oh, and you are an outline of George? Face this way. Yeah, you're an outline of George. Alright, so we've done this, right? And the key doesn't work over here. I'm going to try the same thing again, because... Yeah?
The house key didn't fit this lock.
Alright, kick it.
It was locked.
Right. I'm going to draw on
I'd
the
better
worm.
think this through.
No, I'm not going to draw on the worm.
No.
Alright. Well, that's a shame.
I had a choice of destiny.
Let's go back to the cafe again. Let's talk to the old man. See if he's got any information about Nico. Give you back your absinthe?
Excuse me.
What?
I'd been looking forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some professor.
I see. And you think she's having an affair with this professor?
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter.
What if I try to give you your absinthe back? Huh?
Excuse me.
What?
He wouldn't have wanted that.
Yes, he would have.
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted.
Yes, I want... Alright, I must be missing
I could
something.
either go back to Ubiate.
Let's stop that for a second. It's you? I gotta be missing something at
I could either go back to
the cafe. Oh, sorry, the art gallery. There's gotta be something I'm missing here.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. The pot had
Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to move over here. Right, that is a credit card machine that I can't do anything with for some reason. Is there more over here? Have I missed another box?
The packing case. It was a sturdy.
So, can I climb into it? What if I prick myself with it? No? It's just gonna tell me to go away.
Go away.
I would love to go away, but I've got nowhere to go away to. No, it's still... alright, let's have a look at this then. Not quite the reunion a man had in mind. Ubier's house was creepy as hell. The highly sinister Central American guy then took us upstairs to a drawing room and it hits me from behind. When I come round, I'm tied to a chair, being menaced by a deadly spy. The room's on fire. Nico's been abducted. However, some cute stone moves led to one square spider and found one very impressive escape. I sure didn't feel comfortable ruffling through Nico's handbag when I discovered things while we were attacked and why we were taken there. Things didn't get any better when I found a gift from that creep, Andre Lavano, a pair of panties. Wow, I really disliked him. Only, he's the only lead I have. Maybe he's changed? Nah, I must find Nico before they do her any harm. Lavano was pretty odious. It turns out he has a stone which has a coyote carved on its face. Apparently Nico acquired the coyote stone while investigating a smuggling ring, and left it with him for safekeeping. She must have suspected that something was up. That would be why she asked me to go with her to Ubier's place. Lavano pointed her to someone at the university. Perhaps that was when Ubier got connected. But why did the Central American guys want the stone so bad? Lavano did point me to a Paraglese who, he said, might be able to tell me more about Ubier's pot. It's a lead, I guess. I can't tell you anything about Ubier's pot. It's been smashed.
The pot had
Go away.
I would love to go away. Tell me something about Condor travel.
Go away.
Can I offer you some absinthe?
Go away.
No? What am I missing? Oh, am I going to have to use the hint? This is disastrous. Right, there's a credit card.
It was a machine for reading credit cards. It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
What if I stick it on there? No, I didn't think so. I'm not going to hide it in the crate and get myself shipped to Condor Transglobal. That is silly. What if I try picking up the pots? No, didn't think so. I can't pick them up. So what am I missing?
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. It was beginning to make sense. Ubier had organized Nico's abduction. Ubier withdrew money from Marseille. Ubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars.
But we knew it said Mars. Oh my god.
All I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
I knew it was Marseille. Because Paris to Mars doesn't make sense. Oh my god. I thought I had looked at everything, but obviously not.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
Alright. Marseille, here I come. Alright. And what do we got? We got lots of points, which are a fence.
A chain-link fence barred the entrance to the docks.
Are you all
the
the
fence
same?
stopped me from getting to the docks. The fence stopped me from getting...
What if you try and climb it? Oh, there's a doggy. Alright, that's not going to be good.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trying to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
Oh no. Hello, dog.
It was a mean-looking guard dog.
Here, boy.
What if I...
He didn't look like a sniffer dog to me.
Ho ho ho!
The gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock.
Can I do anything with it, or are you going to bark at me if I do? I think you're going to bark at me, aren't you?
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
That is a shame. What's inside?
It was a box of blank forms.
Why would I want to take that?
Nothing but blank forms.
Oh.
The spike held a stack of papers which appeared to be shipping documents.
Well,
none of them referred to Condor Transglobal.
Damn, I was just going to say, that is how we find out about Condor Transglobal, but apparently not.
It was the only source of light in the watchman's hut.
Oh, what if I just want to talk to the watchman?
The watchman was big and bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore a sleepy, amiable expression.
Hi. Can we talk?
Hey, how long you been watching me?
I wasn't watching.
You were looking.
Oh, yeah, but I wasn't watching.
What'd you want? Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Oh, what time should I be there?
Anyhow,
the big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
The big hand's on the floor. So, at the most we can get out of it is... It's 20 past something.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
A national holiday for a month. Wow. Okay. Do you know about Condor Transglobal?
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Good
Well,
to
could
know.
I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
And his name's Stobart. I mean, they are known for their rigs.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
Alright.
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Alright. Well, tell me about this creepy letter.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
Oh, go on. Do it anyway. Alright, how about this letter?
Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
How about this letter?
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
Oh,
Well,
with
then
those
now,
yummy.
I'd say.
Alright, how about... let's talk about the dog.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
I'm trying to remember the name of... I think it was certainly the World War II department. Well, World War II, there was a department which I think was called 20 as well. Because 20 represented by Roman numerals is XX, or double cross. And it was all about fooling the enemy through bad information. Or misinformation. So they called themselves 20. So it's double cross.
Does number 20 have rabies?
Nah, just a bad attitude. Like I said, he's a trained attack dog. They took him when he was a puppy and messed with his head to make him the way he is.
Well, what are you cooking? Is it tasty?
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one.
It wouldn't be very good if
Don't
you
you
were.
ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
Do you want to talk about these panties?
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
Look, who doesn't go around showing off gifts that have been given to your girlfriend by somebody who's trying to get... I mean, into her pants isn't quite right because he's got the pants, but hey, there we go.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
In the movies.
What is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
That poison's got to be rubbing off by now.
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
How about Nico?
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her the docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
Everyone can go in dirty and dangerous places and work at the docks if they wanted.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Huh, well...
The chimney was a metal pipe with a conical hat on top to stop the rain getting in.
Yep. Oh, and that's what we used. Yes, I remember. But look at this. It's part of the...
A short stick of wood floated near the edge of the landing stage.
We'll have that, because why wouldn't we want a hook? And you're doing your best to help out.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
Cleaning up the river as well. Bit by bit. Let's have a look.
It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
Alright, let's
It
look
was
at
the
all of
newspaper
these.
clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. It was the letter to Nico from that creep Labano. Sick. It was Ubier's bank statement.
If only we had found that earlier.
It was the poison. It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. It was the label.
Oh. Stop barking at me, Barky McDog.
It was Nico's lipstick. It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Alright, well now what we're going to do is we're going to look up here, because we're going to get farted on.
It was the night watchman.
Hi!
Excuse me?
Huh? Who's there?
Ah.
The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed.
Indeed, but now we have this. Pokey poke. Now if we go up, and try using this, if I'm right, then he comes out and falls on it, or am I wrong? No?
Didn't I tell you to stay away from the fence?
I was nowhere near it. It's that dog. He's crazy.
Hey, mind what you say. He's sensitive to negative criticism.
Oh dear. Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what part of what I have to do. I know I have to use that to do... Go on down there. So I can hook it back up again. Oh, and the bottles, yes.
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
Oh, then we'll have that, thank you. Oh.
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
Well then, I guess we'll use... Yes! The exciting music.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Exactly, George. Exactly.
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, Surge, the beer that clears your head. It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
Alright. If I pull that, it will go up. I don't know that the hinges will stick it in place. No, it does. Alright. Then we will do what I remember, which is the water goes on the stovepipe. We're trying to smoke you out or something. I forget exactly what.
The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall. On top of the pipe rested a cone.
Ouch!
Ouch! That's hot.
And even through the panties, it's too hot, isn't it?
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Exactly. So what we do instead is we get the water.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Yep.
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water.
Still half filled. Alright, okay. But now I should be able to get it. No?
Ouch! That's hot.
I thought we clean. Nah. I thought
The
we
bottle
cooled
was
it down.
half filled with water.
Maybe I just have to do it immediately then. Okay, there we
Now
go.
I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Alright, what can you see down
The
there?
chimney was a metal pipe. That chimney looked very exposed without its cone.
Alright. How about we dump water down there and put the fire out?
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
Quickly! Do, 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 do. If I've got this right, now that you're... I can go up. Grab the dog biscuits.
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front.
Mmm, delicious, tasty dog biscuits.
The packet was full of dog biscuits. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug. That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was.
What about beans? Do you want to
The
eat some
saucepan
beans?
was 3/4 full of baked beans.
I mean, this feels like a very English dog with baked beans.
Baked beans in ketchup. It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner. Yow! Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain.
Yep. What about satin panties? Perhaps they will help us overcome this
Not
heat.
such a good idea.
Alright.
It was a large bucket filled with coal.
Oh!
Someone had once told me a piece
Yes!
of
I was going to
coal
say the
burns
lucky
you up.
coal.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition? One piece of dirty coal is quite enough.
Let's look at it.
It was my lucky piece of coal.
Let's look at
It
the
was
dog
the box
biscuit.
of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. Gourmet dog. The snack your dog would bake himself. Sure, as if I'd let a stupid dog loose in the kitchen. There was a cute picture of a boxer dog wearing oven mittens.
Oh. Is it? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty certain if we go out this way, the guy would catch us. So let's do it anyway.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay, just hold on to that dog.
If I do that again, does it pull it towards me? No. Alright, okay. So, the dog biscuits go on there, so that the dog goes on there.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Now that you're on there, now
I
you
felt
go
a
in the
slight
water.
twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Yeah. Poor doggo. Indeed, tasty dog biscuits, Rosen. Who doesn't want
As I'd
lovely tasty them?
The dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
Doing the doggy paddle. Off it goes to adventures far and wide. Not exactly cruel, just necessary for adventure game logic. And I wonder if you can eat them yourself. I cannot remember.
Box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. This product has not been tested on animals.
Do you want to eat some? No, you can't eat any yourself. Alright, well, now we can climb over the fence. George Stobart, sneaky man. Oh, what have we got? We've got a thing.
It was held in a mechanism which forced its jaws open.
Okay.
It was a beautiful piece of 19th century engineering, but not a lot of use to me.
19th century engineering, you say?
I couldn't reach the wheel and couldn't see any point in climbing up to it.
I guess things from the 19th century would still be...
The sign looked as if it was firmly
relevant
attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir.
Oh, yes, you did.
It read Pont de Nord, fine wine producers. I didn't recognize the label.
Alright, well, here's Condor Transglobal.
It read Condor Transglobal. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
Exactly. Oh, it'll be that
also
door.
Looked firmly attached to the wall.
What if we go into the wine producing thing and then bust our way through?
It was
No?
still very sturdy. A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles. That door seemed to be the only way into the warehouse.
Oh, then let's just open it and go in, eh? Uh-oh.
The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
This is indeed the director's cut, the remake that they did. Cast Horizon.
The grill opened from the inside.
While I have the CDs of the original, I do not have
Maybe there was a way in up there.
a CD player anymore, so no way to do that.
It was a duct from a ventilation fan.
All 5 of the existing games are in the Humble Trove at the moment, which is if you subscribe to the Humble Bundle monthly subscriber giveaway thing, or Humble Choice they call it.
Metal housing.
Then you can get all 5 of them for free. Ah, yes, GOG is also an excellent place to get them from. I've got the remaster of the Broken Sword 1 on GOG. They are a lot of fun. I do like their humour. And that's Clarence, but no, let's try opening the window and seeing what's inside. Seems we're here to rescue people. Ah. Look, we've got a pygmy down here. And over here we have our man. Our Central American.
And I had a score to settle.
Oh.
I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan.
Alright, then we need to take out the fan then, don't we?
A powerful fan.
What do we got? It's going round. I bet if we jam the stick in it, I think that's what I remember. Yeah, there we go.
Trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Now you're going to get all hot and bothered.
You make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
I didn't realise they came out on
That must be
PS1.
his boss.
I did have them. Well, I mean, I still have them on the CDs for the PC, but PS1 I did not
They
realise they
decided
came out.
there was a better way to attract their attention.
Oh, let's go and knock on the front door. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm remembering this. Woo! Hey there. Do you want to come in? Or come out, even? I want to go in. Alas, the remakes got rid of all of the death animations, so there is nothing. Pizza Man!
Pizza delivery?
I didn't order pizza.
No? This is the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company, isn't it?
I don't like pizza.
Oh, come
Oh
on,
my god,
everyone
you
likes
must be the
pizza.
villain. Yeah.
Maybe he was allergic to mozzarella.
Not liking pizza? Well, let's try a different tactic. I'm not the pizza guy.
Hey,
What now?
Pizza! Still pizza?
this pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Oh my
Need more
god.
extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
Devil's butt nuggets. I will have to order pizza with the extra devil's butt nuggets.
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
I don't particularly want to get attacked by the Central American. Yes, they have removed all of the death animations from this stuff now. Alas. You used to be able to die at certain points where things happened. Like when you... Hey, why not come over here? Come investigate that. Enter the same water as the dog. You can go play with him. Oh, that'd be fun. Wah! Oh no. Getting shot in the mountain. That was... I genuinely enjoyed that puzzle. Trying to work out how to get the guy to stop killing you. Trying to grab the gun every time and realizing George isn't that kind of hero. He needs to run away. Trying to work that out and going, go all over the screen to try and find it. That was one of the better things. Oh, I can't get at the span now. And claim back my stick.
The boat hook was jammed in the dented fan blades.
Alright, well, let's look and see what else we've got around here.
There was
Yes.
a notice board beside the desk with an assortment of paperwork on it.
Yeah, the fool should have killed George. But, you know, adventure game protagonist. That makes you invincible.
Among the
Sorry,
paperwork which adorned
not
the notice
invisible.
board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coromonte City.
Ooh. Well, what else have we got in here? What's in this
There was
drawer?
a small drawer in the desk. Knowing my luck, it was bound to be locked.
Well, let's test your luck. No, it wasn't locked.
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
A small brass key for what?
It was a small brass key.
Alright. Does it...
Filing
these
cabinet.
ones. Yes. Is it a locked filing cabinet that needs a small brass key? Aha!
It was locked.
If only you had a small brass lock.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
Damn it! Well, we opened the lock last time with Nope, doesn't like it. Alright, well. Alright, let's ignore the file lockers then. And go find Nico.
Whoa! Don't shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate.
Time for a
What
game
did
of
he want so
charades.
bad?
I don't know.
The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates.
Alright.
Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Quaramonte.
Is that where you're from? Coramonte City?
Quaramonte. Quaramonte.
Okay.
I'm not going to go around shouting out, London, London!
What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand me.
Well, how about this conical hut
Do you
thing
know what
for no
this is?
reason?
Peito. Lotse kapaito. Inyakotlago inomutu.
No? What about your dart?
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
Lotse kapaito fnor.
Indeed, you do get the original games with the remakes, at least on GOG. I do not know about Steam and the rest of them.
What
It's
does
a
this
key.
Unlock?
Huh?
Oh, right, yes, you're tied up.
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
And now we have a set of manacles.
Come back here! The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
Well, I'm sure we're never going to see
The room
him
was
again.
Filled with transglobal crates.
Alright. Let's use this elevator.
Push
Whoa!
the button to call the elevator.
You phased out of existence there for a moment, George. Wah! Perhaps I was right when I said you turned invisible. When I meant invincible.
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Well, you need to put something in front of the elevator then, don't you? So, yeah, this
The little
crate looks...
was precariously balanced.
Can you
The
grab
little
it?
crate was precariously balanced.
Do you have something here? There's nothing sticky you can put in... I suppose if you drew on it, that would
Wrong,
block.
wrong.
Thank you. Thank you for crapping all over my idea. Wrap it in...
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
Alright, well then,
The
how
crate
about that
bore
one?
the familiar logo of Condor Transglobal, but no clues to its contents.
I'll just move it in front. Quickly.
There. That would keep the doors from closing.
There we go, that's great. So, what is
The
in this
was
crate?
labeled, Danger. Live contents. Do not drop. There were small holes in the top and sides, and scratchy noises coming from inside.
That's got to be more of those spiders that we saw at the beginning.
But decided not to risk dropping it and meeting the live contents.
But, I mean, why wouldn't you? Don't you want to
realized the
see
doors
all the
must lead
spiders?
to a loading platform high above the dockside. The window was not designed to open.
Right, but can we look outside it and see if the man is still in the water?
There was no way to open that window.
Alright. Ah, yes, light
An
switch.
unmarked switch. Tempting.
Yes, push the big red button. Well, no, it's not red in this instance, but always push the big red button. There we go, things have lit up. Oh, and what's that other one beneath it? Let's push the other button.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
You're smarter than I am, George. Oh, it shows off the secret passage.
I noticed a faint mark on the wooden floor. There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall.
Well then, open it.
My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling.
Oh.
Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Alright. And what could be hidden in the secret room? What secrets are within?
Nico!
Yay! You have unlocked bonus comic artwork, have you? Okay. Well, maybe we'll have a look at that before I end the stream then.
It was a grotesque little statue of a figure carrying a shield and a spear.
Alright, let's pick up this fetish then. Yeah, I mean I would rescue you, but
Will you look
not the
at
fetish.
It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Hey, somebody's marketing Labino dolls.
Why don't we just stand in front of you for an age? I wonder if she makes any remark if you leave. I cannot remember that. You're gonna go. Yes.
Don't panic. I'll be back in a moment.
Alright, well, we're going back in. Alright, well, let's try untying you.
A short length of rope tied tightly around Nico's slim wrists.
Can you untie it? Yay! And you got a piece of rope out of it. Ah, that is where the piece of sticky plaster comes from, I remember.
How are you feeling?
Oh, thanks, Georges. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Ubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead.
I thought it was
And to
Sergeant
find out
Mou.
why, I called Professor Oublier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oublier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Nico, wait!
Don't wait.
It was the masking tape that had been used on Nico.
Well, time to take a souvenir of the adventure.
I decided to keep the masking tape. It was bound to be of some use to me.
Perhaps you could use it on Nico again.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Well, alright, let's have a look at the door then.
I realized the doors must lead to a loading platform high above the dockside.
The same place we went before? Where we hid up the
A
top?
sturdy beam was jammed across the doors.
Or left it? Hmm.
These doors were not going to open. Nico looked well considering her ordeal.
Oh, no, not inside. Talk to Nico. That is what I want to do. Have you got any ideas? Yeah, let's ask about Sergeant Moo first
Did
of
I hear you
all.
refer to Inspector Moo?
Yes, you remember him?
I mean, yes, I remember Sergeant Moo.
Of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Moo knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey, look what I found in your handbag that I have been rifling through.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
Do you want to tell me about the film stars for some reason at this point?
His wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious?
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Oubier himself.
A murderer, huh? Andre said he was something of a celebrity.
I mean, murderer is one way to say celebrity, I guess. Hey, look, I got the thing that you were stuck with from the house.
You recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir.
Because there's nothing wrong with that. Who are you?
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Oh, right,
Well,
that's the
I saw
smuggler.
him
Yeah.
for only a few minutes, but he frightened me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Tell me about Condor Travel.
Okay. Tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Oh, okay.
Do you know
You
where
just-
Condor is based?
In Central
Okay.
America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs.
And the guy was talking about it. Hey, I've got manacles. Do you want them?
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poison dart?
Of course I'm sore.
Oh well. What about the
Don't
Central
you
American
mean I
guy?
mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
What about this horrible, evil, ugly statue thing?
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Well, let's see if you make anything
There's
else
a
out of
faint
that.
carving of a grotesque figure with large, evil eyes.
Do you want to talk about this piece of lucky coal? Because
What
we're
was it you
certainly.
wanted to talk about?
I didn't think she'd be interested.
No, apparently not. Alright, now, I do remember that you need to put this over the photoelectric cell. but I can't remember what else needs to happen.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Alright, that means I can now move that again, but I don't know why I want to. I guess to stop the live contents falling off? Oh. Wow, these blue circles which appear in this remastered version are much easier. They help out a lot here. Alright, so you hook that up to that, and you smash it through the door. Yeah, okay.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Alright, yeah, but you can hook it up like that. Right.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Oh, we have rope.
It was the rope the Indian had used to tie Nico to a chair. Boy, what a souvenir.
Indeed.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Oh, okay. If you're going to make me do it in the logical order. And do I have... No, so if I just do that...
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that...
Do I have to click on it? Oh, so now I'm holding it in my hands, am I? Okay, alright.
The rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley.
Oh. That's disappointing.
The rope was attached around the neck of the statue.
Oh. Ah, you can raise that. With one of those...
There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Okay. Oh, so you can move this onto the other box, and then push this box, and then do it. I see. That is smart, and it's not moon logic for the adventure game, so that's great. Now let's raise that up.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
Trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
Of course it's going to help. Aren't I the man who invented the patented George Stobart stick towel? Yeah, and then we'll lower it down, and then we'll push it out. There we go. Swinging free. Home you go.
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Oh, fortunately, you're a person.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Oh.
Okay, push!
Yeah!
Teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
Alright, well then,
The
let's
doors had been
leave.
smashed open.
Are you coming, Nico? You go in the other direction.
A cable stretched way out across the docks to a building in the distance.
Alright, then, are you coming? Where are you, Nico? Did you escape? Have you gone invisible? No, you're just all the way over here. Come on.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Alright. I guess she'll just follow you when you make your daring escape. So now that I'm here, let us loop something over the top of the wire. Huh?
I'd better think this through.
No? Oh, the manacles. Yes, okay. That is far better.
Rico, I have a great idea.
It involves you, me, and some manacles. It's a great idea. You're right. It will not support your weight. At least the dog's okay. We didn't land and squish it.
George, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to George.
Yeah.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromonte City.
Coromonte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Why did we come here to have this discussion?
Quaramonte, the traveler's
Oh,
rear
yeah.
entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Alright. It is time for the first of 3 Easter eggs that I know are in this game. There might be more that I have not encountered, but here we go with the first one. Let's go and talk to the goat.
Now, I like most animals, but experience had made me wary of goats, and cats, and dogs.
Alright. Now, how about you have this piece of coal?
What was that? It's a lump of lucky coal. Coal? I would have preferred chocolate. Any flavor, so long as it hasn't got marzipan in it. God, I hate marzipan. You can talk. I mean, you're a talking goat. Keep your voice down. This is between you and me, right? Well, I guess so. I mean it. You tell anyone you've spoken to me, and you'll be cursed.
So never ever tell anybody that you have seen the talking goat, or you too will be cursed. Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but Rolf Saxon is the name of the guy who does the voice for George Stobart, but he was also doing the voice of the goat in that one, so he was talking to himself. So it's possible that this is all a delusion of George Stobart's. What's this poster of? I cannot remember.
It looked to me like an early portrait of Orson Welles.
Oh.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
We have
The woman had an
woman.
impressive display of gourds.
Oh. And one over here that is kind of animated. Oh, because she spits in it. Alright, well.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey! In the footwear, lady.
Anything else? Well, let's look at these people.
Wasn't showing much enthusiasm selling his wares.
Hi.
You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables.
Oh my god, it's the cabbage seller.
Listen, have you heard of
Avatar the
Convoy
Lost.
Global?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on bulk purchases.
I'm not into cabbages.
What is wrong with your neck here, man? It looks like you snapped your neck, and... wow. You are not facing in the right direction.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages.
See ya.
And we have a
rather
hut.
Interesting little wooden hut with an armed goon outside it.
I mean, there's an armed goon there. It must be for something. Right?
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
Huh. Maybe not,
It was
then.
an armed guard looking after the barrier.
Well, can we talk about something, armed guard?
Welcome to Guaramonte.
Thanks. Can we get a cab to the capital?
This is the capital, Guaramonte City.
Cool.
When's the next ship out of here?
But, senor, don't you like our beautiful country?
Let's say yes.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little piece of paradise right here on Earth.
Hello,
Then why
Jack
do you wanna
XQ.
leave?
I'm just plain homesick. Like it says in the song.
A word of warning, senor. If you feel like bursting into song, bite your tongue.
Huh?
There are official restrictions on music in Guaramonte.
Oh, dear. What kind of music?
How come music is restricted in Guaramonte?
It is part of the great cultural enrichment campaign. Traditional Caramonte music is considered unsuitable for these fast-moving times. Nuestra Senora has decreed that only one category of music is suitable.
What's that?
Easy listening.
No, this is not my first playthrough, Jack. I have recently bought the Humble Choice, and in the Humble Choice they have a trove where there's a bunch of games that you will get for free, and one of them was a complete set of the Broken Sword series. Now, I have played 1 and 2, but I have not played 3, 4 and 5. So I am playing through these ones to kind of remind myself of all the characters and everything that's in there, and then I will move on to 3, 4 and 5 next week when I have finished these ones. I finished one Friday, and I'm just picking up with this one today. And yes, no music apart from the background music that they're allowed to play. Yeah, as I say, I have not played 3, so I will find out how awesome it was.
You show me your brown card?
A brown card?
What brown card is that?
The official exit visa.
Ah. No escape for you, George. I know that 3 was when they transferred to the 3D realm for the adventure games, and I'm not sure how well they pulled that off. I know that I didn't look at a lot of 3D adventure games when they came out, so I'll be strange that this old game and music issue. What you talking about? You're just saying it's the music that they're going?
was preparing a food that consisted of ground maize and lots of spittle.
Yeah, not something I want either. But let's see what they say.
Hi. Lovely bread.
Okay?
Bread. Pain?
Si, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
I don't think that... I wouldn't.
The man was puffing away at a crudely rolled cigar.
Aha, alright. Well, I guess it's just restrictive countries, and that's what they were getting at there, Jack.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Oh, well. Nothing exciting going on around here.
The guy was selling fish.
Let's buy some stinky, stinky fish.
Do you have crabs?
No, only fish.
Oh, and who's that hiding off the side over here? Well, let's finish conversation with this and then rush over there.
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
I know,
Right.
but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Go away.
Oh, but I wanted to talk to you about your
Go
fish.
away.
Oh, well. There's still a lot of good licensed music that you can play on Twitch.
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
Oh,
When
yeah.
you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I think that's a different voice actress.
Wayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
Well then, what are you all doing here? How are
What
you?
brings you to Claramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres? The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
Well, I don't know how you'd be faring today then.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
We couldn't bear to be apart, except for now.
Because he's an old spoiled sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own?
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
The old woman in the Hotel Ubu. Oh, the Countess, I can't remember her name, but the Countess who's there, the English one. Yes. Yeah, certainly. If they ever need,
Is Dwayne still
even if
working
they're
for the
voicing
CIA?
something else,
If
they
he
should
is,
definitely
he
have her
doesn't
in
know
there.
it. He's what
That'd be
they
great.
call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understand it.
Yeah, the aristocrat. Personally, if there was only one background character that you could pull out from there and have them in there, it would be the kebab guy from the Syria portion of the adventure. I would have him, because he just, I don't know, it's just the way he says kebab. For some reason, it just gets me every time. Would you like to see my worm?
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
How about a horrible statue?
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Ooh-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Are you here for the eclipse as
Take a
well?
look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. or did you left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara?
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
Didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
Oh, well. How about a stone?
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
And last but not least, why don't I prick you with this dart and knock
What
you
does this
out?
mean, you
No?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected.
And I am just carrying it around in my
Sometimes
pocket.
I get the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I don't think the guys have
Couple of
anything to
musicians
say.
stood watching life go on around them. They look pretty depressed.
Yeah, don't you have a third member who's in the jail?
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Oh,
Poor Miguel.
yeah.
He never broke the law in his life.
He broke the music law, the most harsh law of all.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
So 10 times as much, so you earn 0.8 pesos an hour. Do they make a 0.8 pesos coin? Yes, the Twitch terms of service apply even in Quaramonte.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Quaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Do you want a dog biscuit?
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really. They're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Well, tell me more about this mining that's going on. I
Tell me
can't
about
remember
the accident
exactly.
at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
So 1.5 out of 30. That's not great odds. Let me scare you with this horrible statue.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
So you found out it was Tezcatlipoca from the other people around here. I wonder if you'd shown it to you guys first, whether I'd still know it was Tezcatlipoca. Well, never mind. Hey, I've got a worm in my pocket. Are you happy to see me?
Little worm.
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't?
Maybe. I'm not sure you've ever actually carried a live animal around in your pocket. Not in any of the first 2 games, anyway. Alright. Why don't you tell me about Condor Travel?
Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
It might have been Andre. You might be right.
It was here, at the docks.
I would actually have to remember things, and I am terrible at that. So tell me more
What
about
was
it.
the ship with the Condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up. We play to the tourists. Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Ah, that is mysterious and strange. Do you know about the eclipse?
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
That does sound like a not particularly smart cocktail to enjoy. You should have a shrimp cocktail instead.
No, senor.
Me neither.
Oh well. Thanks a lot. Let's go see if we can find Dwayne around here now that we found Pearl then. I think I know there's something over here, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, it is. You're just sitting there in there. Great. All right. Hey, Dwayne.
It was Pearl's husband, Dwayne.
Oh, are
He was
you
a
the
friendly
cousin?
little guy.
Lost part of him. Let's talk to you first of all, before I forget.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Mine? Were you in the mining accident? Did you lose your legs in a mining accident? I want to know all about your mining
What
accident.
Can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
I'm so glad you're open to talk to me about this sort of stuff. I don't think I'm just a
Recognize the design on this label?
pushy
sure.
tourist.
That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought.
Tell me more.
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Well, now you've told me this useful information, I want to scare you.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Oh, well, you're more reasonable than the others. I want to share the gift of these panties with you.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Okay.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Oh,
Can
nobody
you tell
likes
me
this
anything
general.
about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here a while ago.
Which professor? Oh, you're not going to tell me
I have
any
nothing
more?
more to say.
I want to ask him about the professor. No? Alright then. Dwayne. You will be talked to.
Mr. Henderson had a strange look of determination on his face. Hey, Mr. Henderson. Good to see you again.
Do I know you, son?
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Pearl was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me fair and square.
Next, I'm going to help you break out of jail. I'm going to start with the panties. Because that is
What
just
do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
the craziest thing.
Hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No. A guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
It could be Professor Plum in the jail with the candlestick. But looking around here, I don't really think they're going to have hefty metal candlesticks to bludgeon people to death with. Do you want to see my piece of lucky coal?
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Alright, well, tell me about
I spoke
your
to Pearl earlier.
wife.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Are you still working for... you know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
This is, tell me about your truck.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
I can't tell you anything about my secret, top secret hush-hush work, but you know, I will tell you all about the bomb I've got, because that's obviously not secret. Do you want a dog biscuit?
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Yeah, just buying a bargain for the sake of it being a bargain. Alright, how about some music?
Traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
Oh, what does he agitate?
What's the real reason the musician was in prison?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Oh.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Well, as soon as we finished talking to Dwayne here, I think I'm going to have to wrap up, because it's been like 2.5 hours, and I need to, unfortunately, do other things. At which point, you will learn what LMTD, TM, FFR stands for as well. Castle Rosen, as I will do my sign-off. So, here we go with Condor
Do you
Travel.
know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do. You have to get up pretty early to catch Dwayne with his pants down.
What? You beat me to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
Oh, that's not good. Well, thanks very much, Dwayne. We're just going to walk over here. So next time, we will venture into the Policia and meet with the general who's in there. And try and free our trapped musician agitator. So, where are we? There. Save game? Ah! 39% of the game it says, so just over a third. Alright, and we unlocked bonus panels, so let's have a look at this comic. Could I speak to Nico Tellard, please? Who am I? I'm George Stobart. Who is that? Oh, Andre Lavano. I should have known. Oh, poor father. Nico is out on a story. What do you want, Josh? I'm very busy here. Nico wanted to know how my father was. Will you tell her? Tell her. Yes, tell her what, Josh? Tell her it looks like I won't need to be in New York for much longer. Okay. I'll tell her. Click! Oh, this must be from Nico's point of view. I discovered a drugs operation being run in the suburbs of Paris by a gangster named Kazak. Okay, let's check out the cargo. The boss will be here soon. Beautiful, aren't they? He's bringing the stuff in through a bogus import company specializing in objet d'art. Busting the operation would make for a great story for my newspaper. But I needed evidence. Even better on the inside, eh? And timing was everything. What the? That, and a good cover story. You guys are lucky I'm not from the southern mob. I could have snuck up on you and done you all away before you even knew I was here. And who the hell are you, sister? My name is none of your business. I'm Monsieur Konak's new, logistics coordinator. He needs to see the merchandise, but he's heard reports of a double cross by the Colombians and doesn't want to risk coming here in person. So the camouflage worked good. Hey, how do we know you're not a cop? If I was the law, I would have seized this consignment from the SS Diogenes when you docked yesterday, idiots. Or when you picked it up there from Key 18. Now I'll take that package for the boss. Thanks. Wait here for your orders. I made sure that they wouldn't be going anywhere for a while. Plenty of time for me to check out the evidence and call Inspector Moo. At least, that was the plan. But then Kazak showed up. It was time to get moving before everything blew up in my face. I knew Kazak was a violent criminal. Boss, that was quick. I only just gave the package to your logistics coordinator. Logistics coordinator? What are you talking about? But I had underestimated his murderous temper. You fool! I have no logistics coordinator! Crack. That was no ordinary package. You two better get it back, or maybe you'll be next. Crack, crack! Lucky me, Kazak had been in too much of a hurry to lock his car. Hey, look! Get down! Ah! Something about the package I'd got didn't feel right. Once I put some difference between me and Kazak, I ripped it open and realized that this was about more than just drug smuggling. By the time I dumped the car, I just wanted a hot bath and a glass of wine. I needed time to think. Police are investigating reports of gunfire and an explosion in the in an industrial area of southern Paris. Hello. But I was out of luck. Oh, you're still here. Of course, enjoying your new TV and waiting to enjoy your company. Ah, the TV. Thanks for installing that. No problem. What do you have there? I'm not sure. I just know that it's valuable. I think I can help you again. It's a Mayan ritual stone from the classic period, about 1200 years old. If you need to know more, there must be an expert at my university that I could put you in touch with. That would be great. Meanwhile, perhaps you could keep the stone safe? Bien sûr. Oh, and that reminds me. I have something for you. For me? You shouldn't have. It's just a little gift for a beautiful woman. He doesn't look happy there. No, I mean you really shouldn't have. Look, I'm sorry, I'm very tired. Thanks for everything. Before you go, Andre, did anyone phone while I was out? Please leave my mystical white void. No. No one phoned. Continued in the game. Dun dun dun. Alright. So there we go. We have seen all of the bonus comic that has appeared so far. I hope there will be more. And thank you for joining me. My name is Richard, and this has been LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, Limited time offer. No vowels. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time.